You've got several people around that aren't happy with you. But Spirit is saying that's something to look at. Keep being who you are. Keep your freedom, okay? The Fool card is, you know you can survive. You've been through the worst. And people don't seem to remember that. So you've just about had it. So you're saying, you know, I've got my little bag. I've got a few possessions. I've got a roof over my head. I am okay. I am starting a new beginning. It doesn't matter what other people think. You have the Two of Wands. They're telling me no reversal. Two of Wands. So you might be getting into a partnership, or you're partnering with Spirit, which is very important. You also have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is the recent past. You decided, all right, that's the way they feel about it. They're going to try and tell me what to do, how to live my life, not allow me to make my own decisions. This feels a little bit uncomfortable for me. So, and they want nothing to do with what you're doing. Then let them. You're letting them go. Okay. You are maybe a little bit tempted to be in hermit mode because of the boundaries that you are setting with people. Just be careful that you're not building a wall. This is the theme for the collective, okay? Because we have been persecuted, a lot of us, people that are doing this, okay? We have been listening to the fear mongers, and we're stopping that now because that's their truth. It is not our truth. You have the Hanged Man. So you are kind of hanging out. You're enjoying your time. You don't want to be messing with third-party situations anymore. You got the Sun in the future coming in, and the Two of Cups. And the Nine of Swords. I think you're afraid of getting involved with new people, but your new tribe is coming in. So you got to be careful with this Nine of Swords in the future, okay? Let's do some confirmation with these. I love these cards. They have great energy. These are the Van Gogh Tarot. We have the Queen of Wands. So here with these other wands here, with this Fool, okay, with his stick and his little possessions, and the Two of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune in the recent past, you come across as this Queen of Wands. Now, who is the Queen of Wands? She's very intuitive. You know, they always say that the water signs are very intuitive, but also the fire signs. And, you know, if you're on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius, you are very intuitive, but you also have a fiery spirit, you know, how to spark things, and you know how to create a new reality because you're the High Priestess, or you are going to be with the High Priestess. Beautiful. You've got the World, so you're sacrificing maybe some relationships right now so that you can clear your head. They may need that too. You have Six of Pentacles. You're still going to be loving and generous, and you're going to be understanding because that's who you are. Judgment. You're not judging anybody. You're not. The funny thing is that people tell you what to do. They don't want you to get hurt. They may love you. It might be because of that. But you don't tell someone to leave someone. You don't, unless it's like physical abuse or extreme emotional abuse. You don't tell people. You let people make their own decisions. You also don't want to enable anybody anymore. So there's a lot going on. But judgment is going to be, God knows who you are. God knows your heart, okay? And you don't want to judge others anymore. You did that in the past. It made you very unhappy. You have Three of Wands, so you're collaborating and finding your tribe. New people are coming in, and you're going to be making money from those experiences. Yeah, you may have something that might hurt you, or you might have a third-party situation that you're trying to clear. Be careful, protect yourself, but don't be paranoid and don't put up walls, okay? The Magician. Work your magic against the heartache and against the people who are not good for you, and you're going to know. You have Four of Swords. It's time to rest. You have the Star so that you can work and justice is going to be served in your favor. Oh yeah, baby. And with that comes this energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Money, 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 money. You are not materialistic, but you also want a comfortable life because you struggled throughout your life on and off, and you deserve it because you are the Sun and you are the Empress. And you deserve the Two of Cups. And here is the Fool again. So you got the Fool and the Sun twice in this reading, okay? You got a lot of really great feminine, divine feminine energy here. Beautiful, beautiful. The Sun twice is a very good sign. You are magic. You are collaborating. You have a divine purpose, and it is absolutely beautiful. So let's do some Course in Miracle cards. Nothing you can do can change eternal love. Nothing you can do can change eternal love. There are people that have gone before you that are watching and looking out for you and saying they love you. The presence of fear is a sure sign that you are trusting in your own strength. You're not trusting in God, okay? Yeah, we have to be strong right now. However, that strength comes from a higher source, your higher self. You will find heaven, everything you seek. You will find heaven, everything you seek, but this will fall away. While we're on this earthly plane, we are looking for heaven, but there's two sides, right? There's heaven and there's H-E-double-L. And sometimes people come in and they hurt us, but we also have to learn to self-realization, self-actualization. Like, you know who you are. You know what your emotions are, right? And you worked on that for a long time. So reality belongs only to spirit. Spirit is eternally free. That's the Fool card. And that's what I'm talking about. The collective, recently, it has been freedom and liberation from the fear base that we are being fed, the chit that they want us to eat. We don't have to do that, okay? Reality belongs only to spirit. Spirit is eternally free. The mind that serves spirit is invulnerable. What you perceive in others, you are strengthening in yourself. You know, when we point a finger at someone and we call them names and things and say they're this, that, and the other thing, we've got the three fingers pointing back at us, okay? So we don't have to engage with them again. We can ask for forgiveness if we have done that. We can ask our higher selves. We don't have to drag that back out again, okay? Illness is some form of external searching. Health is inner peace. I came to the realization that a lot of what was going on in my body was extreme stress from trauma, all right? And it took me years to say that that's what caused it. Because I was always, I'm strong, I can get through this. Let me do another mile on the treadmill. Let me ride my bike for 2 more miles. This may do it. And it doesn't do it. Because it doesn't take away the core issue. It may make you feel better initially, and it is good to burn that crazy off. But if you don't come into yourself and understand where everything's coming from, I always say get checked by a professional, and I always say seek therapy if you are experiencing forms of therapy. Some talk therapy is not good for everybody. Everybody is different, okay? Seek forms of therapy, and also just had a little something on there. A little something on there. What the heck was that? Okay, so forms of therapy, all right? Get the help that you need. The Holy Spirit always sides with you and with your strength. As long as you avoid his guidance in any way you want to be weak. You don't want to be weak. You want to be strong, but in a good way, not in a fierce way, in a gentle, loving way of loving yourself and finding that strength through